EKEDC Power Connect, a program designed to keep you abreast of the policy and activities of a co-electricity distribution company. Hit the airwaves on your dialing station, Niger FM 102.7, every Wednesday from 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. EKEDC Power Connect, bridging the information gap between you and your electricity provider. EKEDC Power Connect. EKEDC Power Connect. EKEDC Power Connect. EKEDC Power Connect. Your reliable program to access all the information you need to know about a co-electricity distribution company. EKEDC. EKEDC Power Connect.
We are here again. My name is Ademola Ben Cranston Adegoke, and the station remains 102.7 Niger FM. And of course, I know my co-anchor. I call him the co-seafarer on the ocean of the program, Bibi Banji Busari. How has your week been?
Great. Very, very exciting, busy week since Monday, and I love it because that's what I know how to do best. On the match again, this is another edition of your favorite, as ABC has mentioned. EKEDC Power Connects on the match again, and we want to enjoy you to join us in the match because it's going to benefit all of us. We are talking about power here. We are talking about energy. We are talking about electricity. And these are essential things of life. You can't do without. That's why we make it priority that every Wednesday we must educate you, entertain you, inform you about what's happening and how to benefit very well from your discourse. That's EKEDC this time around. Wherever you are, Aja, Ajegunle, Volks,
Okoko,
Michael,
Agbara, Badagry, Ibeju.
Yes.
Ikate,
So this platform is
Lekki,
available to you.
wherever
Make
you
you talk your problem or talk the thing when it happen to you, and you certainly get results. My
Hello,
name
Banji.
is Banji Busari. BB is my name.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So
the
program,
go for a
program
short
as
break.
usual is fully loaded this week. Fully loaded. Please go nowhere. Don't touch that dial. Just stay tuned to the station 102.7 Niger FM. I will be right back after this short timeout.
Dear esteemed customer, a co-electricity distribution company, EcoDisco, hereby advises you against careless attitudes in your daily usage of electricity to avoid electrocution. Electrocution is the passage of electrical currents through a human body, resulting in death. EKEDC therefore advises you to be extremely careful when using electric gas cookers, microwave ovens, washing machines, irons, and so on when plugging in your TV, radio, DVD players, and stereo sets. Do not tamper with or attempt repairing your meter if it develops a fault. Invite a qualified electrical engineer. Also, this rainy season, to avoid electrocution or untimely death, be careful not to step on naked electricity wire or engage in any trading or business activity under high tension wire. For any electrical issues you have, call our customer care line on 0708 067 1170 and 0700 123 5666. EKEDC, empowering the quality of lives.
You are welcome back. It's time for news. It's time for news and tidbits of the week. And there is no wasting time. Let's take the first one. The first one right away says EKEDC receives global certification. Oh, that's an interesting one. And the news says a co-electricity distribution company has been conferred with the internationally recognized certification in Information Security Management System, ISO 27001. The ISO 27001 certification is the global standard for information security management systems that ensures that organizations keep information infrastructure against loss, damage, theft, and other threats to information assets. Reacting during the certification presentation ceremony, Managing Director, CEO of EKEDC, Dr. Tinuade Sonda, said the company is thrilled to receive the certification after a rigorous audit process by internationally certified auditors.
My own about power. The Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu. He don't roll up his sleeves, so he's ready to work and he's ready to make a big change in the power sector. We wish him the very best. The story says FG targets 20,000 megawatts power generation level in 3 years. The federal government has said that a target of 20,000 power generation level has been set for the next 3 years. Making this disclosure at the 2023 Energy Conference in Lagos yesterday was the Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu. The minister also said everything will be done towards the full implementation of the 2023 Electricity Act in order to optimize all gains of the new electricity law. So we're expecting the best from him. This na talk, make it just complement it with action. Make Nigeria see say from 4,000 megahertz we move to 10, 15,
to 20,
and 20, and even much more.
Yeah, he's even talking about attaining 60,000 megawatts generation
very
level
wonderful.
at a much later
We
time.
wish him the best.
When we can only wish him the best. And then let's go right on to the topic for the day. And today's topic is about enjoying the best of two worlds. In the village, they say, fit chop yam, you still want drink water, you go pick one. Whether na yam you want chop or na water. But today's topic is about enjoying the best of two worlds. You go, chop yam, you go drink. If possible, say you go take coke, join body. It is about energy management. And we all want constant power supply. But as we want constant power supply, we are also looking at it, getting it in an affordable manner. And how do we enjoy constant power supply and at the same time in a very affordable manner? The topic today is about energy management, which will allow us to enjoy power regularly and at the same time at a very affordable manner. We have someone in the house who will tell us how we are going to do that, but we'll be right back after this time out.
EKEDC Power Connect. EKEDC Power Connect. EKEDC Power Connect. EKEDC Power Connect. Your reliable program to access all the information you need to know about a co-electricity distribution company. EKEDC. EKEDC Power Connect.
Already.
Oh yes, you're welcome back. It's still EKEDC Power Connect and our guests they inside the house. The topic now energy management. The question with me I want to ask you, help us break down. We want you to break it down for us. Wetin be energy management? I know say electricity dey, power dey, and all of that. When you talk about energy management, wetin dem dey talk about? Wetin e mean?
Energy don become business wey dem dey manage.
Wetin dem dey manage in energy?
So the discussion has been around, for the most part, has been around how do we make more energy. But the most important part of energy value chain is actually energy management. And it's simply how do you use energy. So when you get the energy, whether it's small energy or big energy or large energy, whatever energy source you get, how do you use it? So at the end of the month, it's not why am I billed or what I'm billed, it's what did I use this energy. So that's what energy management is all about. So I get the energy from my provider, in this case EKEDC, and I get a bill of 20,000 naira. So the question is not why did I get a bill of 20,000 naira. The question is what appliances, what load did I actually turn on here to incur 20,000 naira. And that's the discussion that's very important. That's part of the energy value chain.
Okay. ABC, please permit me. In this part of the world, many of the people query their bills at the end of the month. And you hear people say, it's common amongst people to say, I no get bakery for house, so I dey bake bread. I come for this 2-bedroom apartment or this 3-bedroom house, they can't give me 35,000 naira. Nobody they ask, say how much or how I take use or get this bill. So as you rightly talk. Now in consumption, what has been your observation amongst the users of energy, electricity, in terms of usage? When I go to villages, when I go to the village, I see lights on, bulbs, even during the day. 2 p.m., 4 p.m., you see light throughout the day. Nobody bothers to switch off those lights. And when night falls again, the bulb continues work. But at the end of the month, people will query that I not get bakery for house. Why they can't bill me this much? So tell us, what has been your experience with this usage? Do people you manage, do people use it wisely or use it prudently the way they should?
So, like I said, energy management has always been on the back burner. So the question and the discussion has been around how do we get
You
more?
go try break am down there small because you say back burner. Not everybody go know wetin be burner before we even talk of back
Okay,
burner.
so
Energy management, people no dey pay attention to energy management.
yeah,
abi?
and it's not
Uh-huh.
just people. Everybody has not been paying attention to energy management.
Okay,
The
okay,
same way we've been paying attention to energy generation.
okay.
So the focus has been we want more power. So 6,000 megawatts is not enough.
Hmm.
You know, we want 10,000 megawatts, we want 20,000 megawatts.
Hmm.
And that's a very valid discussion. It's a valid discussion to have. But what is more important is when I get my 6,000 megawatts.
How do I manage it
How
so
do
that
I-
it can go around everybody?
And this is important, and that's what actually forms the basis of your bill. So it forms the basis of your bill as far as affordability is concerned, and it also forms the basis of coverage. So if a disco has, you know, whatever power they get, sometimes about 250 megawatt of load is what they get from TCN, that has to go throughout their customer base. So coverage is one issue when it comes to energy management, and affordability is another issue that you have to consider when it comes to energy management. So energy doesn't just go in the air. It has to be used and consumed. And consideration has to be given to the load that you have, the kind of load, so and how often you switch on or switch off this load. So you know what you have. So let me give you a very good example. A single family house in America, United States, they're quite more energy efficient than we are. They have a load of about 6 kilowatts. A single family home in Nigeria, in Lagos, Nigeria, is about 12 kilowatts. So we have more load, yeah,
double what you have
in America. Yeah. And the reason is because we have split air conditioning systems, which are very high load consumers. We have 2, 3 fridges. We have like my colleague just said, yeah, you have a situation where you're turning on lights just to tell you that there's NEPA or there's no NEPA. I mean, it doesn't just make sense. So we have to find a way to use energy in a way that is much more efficient and affordable to everybody. And it's the more we have this conversation, the more we have this discussion, the more we begin to realize that we can actually impact and reduce our own bill without actually going to the providers.
I want to ask this question. Are you saying that if I manage my own energy consumption, it affects what goes around to other people, and that I will also now pay less than what I'm supposed to pay?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. So if you
Mm.
if you don't waste energy, of course you pay less. And that's just a no-brainer. But
Okay.
because of coverage, so coverage means that the discos have their own customer base,
Yeah.
right? They get set power from the provider, in this case, TCN, right? And that has to go around their base. I mean, it's just common sense. So if one part of their base uses a lot more energy, including wastage, then the less goes to the other ones. So you have a coverage issue when you waste energy. So it's not going around the way it should go around. But you also have an affordability issue because you pay for more of what you're not actually using, you're wasting it. So it's extremely important. But this is the household. For companies and businesses, this energy management is actually extremely critical. Energy management for businesses is actually a competitive tool. So if you reduce your energy consumption by about 10%, you can increase. There's some study out there. You can increase your income, your revenue by about 1.5%. So for every 10% reduction, you get a 1.5% improvement in revenue. So it's actually a big competitive play when, if you look at your cost line, energy is now playing a quite significant role in terms of cost. So quite important.
There's this factor which may probably be responsible for people, incurring costs negligently, and they begin to complain and all of that. I want to believe that maybe ignorance is essentially an issue here. Many of those appliances in homes are put on, I mean, permanently. Even I know some, even amongst the elites, ACs and all of that are put on permanently. When they come back to the house is chilled, going and all of that. Now, what do you think we can begin to do to create that awareness? To make people, to create awareness for people to be informed about the consequences of the light they use and the implications on the bill they get at the end of the month. What is it that we have failed to do over time that we really need to start doing now?
Let's just tie your actions and your activity with your bills. So when you get your bill, don't look at what the provider is doing. Look at what you're doing. If I get a bill, I mean, in my house, I get a bill of 100,000 naira a month. I look and I say, look, how many times do we turn on the AC? What kind of AC appliance do we have? What is it consuming? How can I change my appliance? Sometimes you have to invest in this low to consuming devices just to reduce your bill. It's a no-brainer, even at work. So I tell my staff, you just have to reduce, not necessarily change your quality of life. But what I'm saying is minimize wastages.
That's very important. That point you have just made is very, very key. So people begin to ask, do they want us to kind of, do they want to lower the quality of life that we probably are familiar with, or we are used to?
So a very good example is this. Have your AC on, that's fine, but make sure your windows are shut. If your windows are shut, then you should be fine.
Well, maybe before we go for a break, we should ask this question about, it's not just about maybe the appliances you use. Does it also have to do with the kind, even from the design of the house? Do we have, house designs that aid energy management and those that do not aid energy management?
So, unfortunately in Lagos, if you're outside of Lagos, maybe you stand a chance. So when we design houses in Lagos, we tend to design for land optimization. But in other parts of the country, you could actually design your house for energy efficiency. So if your house is south-facing, you get natural cooling. If your house is south-facing, you get natural light, and you get minimal heat. So there's a way you can actually configure. I'm not an architect, but there's a way we work with architects to design houses in such a way that you optimize energy efficiency and you reduce energy consumption. But that's the ground level up.
Okay, we come back to the conversation. Let's go for this short break.
This is EKEDC Power Connect. Let's go on a pleasure ride into the world of knowledge and information with a co-electricity distribution company. This na EKEDC Power Connect. Now program where they bridge the information gap between you and your electricity provider.
Oh yes, you're welcome back. The program now EKEDC Power Connect, and at this studio with ABC as usual, and our guests they yarn the matter, the thing just they sweet me because I they learn about the topic. Now this program is for you people at home, they are listeners. So you should be part of this program. Ask questions as much as you can.
We have in the studio an engineer Olawuyi, and he's really doing justice to the issue of energy management.
Very
so
good.
Please ask your questions.
The number now 0700 1000 102. 0700 1000 102, or you can call 0818 212 0734. Yes, it's time for our listeners to be part of this show and ask as many questions as possible. Yes.
Okay, maybe before they ask their questions, apart from the design, the appliances, is there also a way that you can, because elsewhere, even when someone is not in the house, the light will automatically go off like that. You understand? Can we have such designs here or such switches here too? Such facilities that when nobody is in the house, the light will just go off.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
The program na EKEDC Power Connect. Now wait. Now who be the person with the talk?
Na Emmanuel na dey talk. But me say just say I don dey try these lines in this program start. I don dey try.
You are on now, so make use of this opportunity.
Okay.
Okay, actually, I want to switch from postpaid to prepaid, and I don't dey try apply prepaid online, but it's still not the go through. So now the airport.
You want to, okay.
You know I work.
Okay, you want to, what you are saying is that you want to switch from a prepaid meter to, from a postpaid meter to prepaid meter. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Please go
Yes, sir,
on,
yes, sir.
please just log on to EKEDC website, and you will be prompted on how to apply for meter. You know how to apply for a meter there. You will see. So once you log on to www.ekedc.com, please just go there. You will see the process. And if you now have any other issue about that, please let us know. Are you okay?
I have tried it. The last time I called customer care, I did. But they can't get me the thing.
Okay. Let's have your number. Let's have your number.
I want
let's have your number, please.
Installed. I should put the house paper, and the person will get house, not there for account, not there around.
Then there is.
I want to get the house paper. So the thing there somehow.
Anyway, give us your number. But for you to, if the house does not belong to you, you will need. If it doesn't belong to you, you will need the permission of the house owner before you can apply. Anyway, let's have your number.
Okay, 081.
Okay.
44
44
38
38
93
9. Is it 93?
9343.
9343.
That's,
and that's Emmanuel.
44 38 93.
Okay, Emmanuel from where?
From Olile.
From Orile. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's move on now. Let me. For me, I want to know the.
No. We were talking about he asked a question that he hasn't addressed. Talking about use of sensor switches that can automatically switch off lights in the house, or even appliances that are not in use.
So I have to be very careful here. So one of the things that you want to do when you're doing energy management is energy audit. So energy management precedes energy audit. You want to understand how you're using power. Right.
Or energy audit precedes. Energy audit comes before you can have proper energy management.
Yes. So what you want to do is you want to understand where your power consumption is heavy. That's what you want to understand. So if your power consumption is heavy on illumination, then you want to spend money on light sensors.
Yes. Can you pause for just a second? Now someone is online. Let's meet you. Hello, you are on.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Make we meet you. What is your name?
My name is Victor. I'm calling from Ajibule.
Okay, fine. Your question or your contribution?
Sir?
Yes, talk.
3 issues that I want to complain about maybe this next issue, sir. Hello?
Yes, you are on air. Please continue.
The first one, my area, our transformer is faulty for a month now. Never refused to come and fix it. A month now in my area at Bala Yitoro, Kehinde Street.
Bala Yitoro, Kehinde Street.
Hello?
Yes, you are on.
Bala Yitoro,
Kehinde Street.
Yes, Kehinde Street. They refuse to come and fix it. They are asking us of money to come and fix our transformer. And apart from that, this is getting to a month. Then apart from that, I'm using my own life. They give me 35,000 naira every month to pay. I don't know how to go about it.
Let me also say that whoever that is asking you to contribute money for any equipment could not have been from EKEDC. Please find out very well. EKEDC does not ask people to contribute money for any of its equipment. So get that right, and you need to make your findings. But in any case, we have heard your complaints, and it's going to be passed to the appropriate court. Please let me have your number.
This is my number. Okay,
no.
070
08.
No 70.
Okay.
08073.
Okay, 08073.
Okay.
Yes,
14
23
23
51.
51. Now we sure that.
Okay, 08073.
Okay.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, thank you very much.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
I still want to say something. I've applied for prepaid. Up till now, I've not seen it. I'm not
When did you apply? When did you apply, please?
Although I applied late last month.
If you are talking of late last month, it's still not too far away. I mean, it's not too long. But then it will also be addressed. But I can assure you that at a time, for one reason, one technical reason or the other, meter deployment was altered. But now it's going to resume so soon. And I believe that yours may be part of the meters to be released. So just exercise some patience.
Thank you very much. Let me ask this before we go, because it feels like say this time, they are our friend every week. Now, the issue is, apart from the individual personal benefits of reduction in tariff and all of that, does this energy management that we're talking about, does it have overall value in terms of benefit for our economy as a whole?
Oh yeah. So if this is a no-brainer. I mean, like I said, this is one of the most important part of this discussion.
They like too much grammar.
They
like too much grammar.
Yeah.
No-brainer means say be something where everybody go
APC time they are friend. Make me answer that way so that
this is
we
I
get
don't
I better make you the break and down for our people. Our people they understand.
So this is one of the most important part of the discussion. Is this energy management? Is how do you manage energy? So if you manage your energy efficiently, then this actually becomes your comparative advantage as a business person, which means you can compete effectively. You can outcompete everyone. You can grow the economy. So there's a GDP economic impact on managing your economy, which is minimizing cost. So this is extremely important, and that's on the.
You feel produce more.
You produce more
at a very cheap rate.
At a very cheap rate. Cheaper rate.
And that's number one. Number two, energy management actually has a safety implication. So most of the design that you get in these houses, the way the cabling selection is done, the cable routing is done, you have energy wastages that are quite safety. Have safety implications, and that could compromise downtime.
So which means that when we practice energy management, the use of electricity becomes safer.
Yes, so ABC, I wish you could have
we don't have much time.
Our engineer don't try. If you like say, we could teach them more.
They speak too much grammar.
Nah, PI Lekki language they speak. All right, so that's our show for today. EKEDC Power Connect, and the topic has been energy management.
And don't forget to thank
with this topic,
engineers.
We just have to let people know more and more. So next week or other weeks ahead, we may revisit this topic. But we cannot go without thanking you so much, Engineer Olawoye. Thank you so much. We appreciate you always. This is your second time. You opened this program.
It's a friend of the house.
Our inaugural guest, and you are coming back weeks later. Thank you so much for your time and your thoughts on this.
So exciting again, and it has soon come to an end. We just have to go. My name Ademola Ben Cranston Adegoke, and from me, I say bye. See you next week.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
EKEDC Power Connect. EKEDC Power Connect. EKEDC Power Connect. EKEDC Power Connect. Your reliable program to access all the information you need to know about a co-electricity distribution company. EKEDC. EKEDC Power Connect.